Now we'll move on to the second City of Valdosta case, which is VA-2023-13. Is that correct, Matt?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, this one is a rezoning request by St Augustine Road Church of Christ to rezone 2.64 acres from R-10 to C-H. Property is located on the northeast side of St Augustine Road, just north of where High Tower Creek crosses under the roadway. Across the street to the west-northwest is what's called the Valdosta Mall Corner Shopping Center. Those of us who've been around for 30 years remember it as the old Walmart site from many years ago. You also may recall a rezoning request just a few months ago for some of that CH property that is to the northwest of this, along frontage with Harmon Drive. That was a vacant tract of land in the back that was zoned R-10. The applicant was acquiring that piece from the church, rezoning it to commercial, to then combine it with the vacant 1 acre commercial property that was already zoned CH along St. Augustine Road. I believe that that whole process, the church having to give permission to rezone the property as part of that real estate transaction, got them to thinking about commercial zoning for their own site. Some of those thoughts are expressed there in the staff report. So that being said, the character area for this whole area is Community Activity Center. Aerial image, you see the existing church, which I believe has been there for about 50 years. It predates the mall and a lot of the commercial growth in that area. Probably back when St. Augustine Road was still a 2-lane, and there was a lot of planned residential, I know, for that area back in those days. Boundary survey in your packet, the irregular southeastern property line, that is High Tower Creek itself. Photographs of the subject property, their sign out front, the existing church, plenty of room around the church building, and these are views looking south along St. Augustine Road, across the street and then to the north. And this is that vacant commercial lot that is to their north, that Mr. Blanton, I think, did own, but I think has been sold to Mr. Parker, who was the applicant in the previous case. Staff has reviewed the rezoning requests. We find it consistent with the comprehensive plan, the standards for exercise of zoning power, which are there in your packet and outlined, and we are recommending approval of the rezoning. Applicant is here with his representative, which you might recognize from a few months ago. I'll be glad to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Matt. Any questions from Mr. Martin on this one, Commissioners? In that case, we will enter the public hearing portion of this matter. Is there anyone here this evening that would like to speak in favor of this case? So please come forward and state your name and address for the record.
My name is Stephen Guthrie, and my address is 3953 Johnston Road, Valdosta.
Yes, sir.
And I am the current minister and one of the elders at the church there, and really just trying to bring the property up to the standard that's on that road already for future maybe growth that we might have, or the potential that's going to decide to maybe sell that property and merge with another smaller congregation to maybe buy another property elsewhere, just zoning it commercial, just to get ahead of the game.
Any questions for Mr. Guthrie? Thank you, sir. Is there anyone else who would like to speak in favor of this case? Is there anyone who would like to speak against this case? Is there anyone here this evening that would like to speak against this case? Seeing no one, that will close the public hearing portion of this matter. Commissioners, any further questions or discussion? Then I will call for a motion.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Commissioner Wells.
I'd like to make a motion regarding VA 2023-13, rezone 2.64 acres from single family R-10 to highway commercial. As staff mentions, the R-10 zoning actually is inconsistent with that area currently. And this is a well-established commercial corridor, and I think that this CH zoning will help facilitate better use of this property in the future, and would like to recommend approval.
Thank you. We have a motion motion to recommend approval. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Webb, I believe. We have a motion to recommend approval and a second. All those in favor? That's unanimous, Mark. Thank you, Commissioner.